Hey, hi, hello, it's me, Carmen, and I'm an onion in Alaska, and today we are making a chocolate birthday cake. It's been kind of crazy in here today, but there are still quarantine birthdays going on, so happy quarantine birthday to anyone who has been unlucky or maybe lucky enough for their birthday to fall during this time. Let's make some cake. So to one bowl, we're going to add 2/3 of a cup of unsweetened cocoa powder and 2 packets of instant coffee mix. Good job. Keep that.
Thank you.
Each of these instant coffee packets are 0.7 of an ounce. 2 of them.
And you just put it in a bowl. You take your
2. We're waiting for the water to get hot for the next step.
or a spoon.
1 1/4 cups caster sugar. So 1 cup in here, 1/4 cup in with the chocolate mixture. Don't worry about the lumps. We did sift it, but we're going to add hot water to that in a second. Here, my hot water now.
Don't forget that.
Okay, so if you noticed, we are doubling the recipe.
Doing hot water next.
There's a 2/3 a cup of hot water. Go ahead and stir.
Yay. Ooh.
Don't flick it on yourself. It's really, really hot.
Mommy, it smells like hot cocoa.
Yeah, it does. So, salt. 2 teaspoons baking powder. 4 teaspoons baking soda. Doubled the salt. Somebody went down to get me some more flour out of that 25-pound bag because we're a little scant.
Yep.
Add your chocolate mixture to your flour mixture. You're also going to add a cup of oil and I think vinegar. I'll scrape the inside.
There's no oil down here.
It's very thick, and yes, it is difficult to stir, and you don't want to stir it too much because you're not trying to develop gluten. You're not making bread. I'm just wanting you to know that is what you'll be up against. Of course, one of the few times I do get like a perfect circle, and it's too big for the bottoms of my pans or bowls. I don't know. So when I went to the store, I wanted 8-inch cake pans, but they didn't have any, so I had to get 2 of these because they're 7.5-inch. So we'll see how this works. Just won't try to make it too deep. So we chopped up some fresh chocolate that I'm also going to sprinkle bits of the chopped chocolate into the batter. Not the big, ginormous chunks, but some smaller ones. So here's the batter. I'm going to add a little bit more to each one. I kind of want them to be even. And then I'll swirl this and we'll see how it goes. Fingers crossed. Rich, moist, dark cakes out of the oven. They've got a sugar syrup painted on them while they were warm. And right now I'm scalding the milk. And once the milk gets hot, I'm going to add the chopped up chocolate to it. And we're going to make a ganache. And also an icing. Just coming along. It was once a 16-ounce bunny, or rather 12 ounces of a 16-ounce bunny, and like another 8 ounces of dark baker's chocolate. So I chopped it up with a knife. 2 parts chocolate to 1 part scalded milk. Let it sit here for 3 minutes, and I'm just stirring it now. It's mostly smooth. It still has a little bit of, what do I want to call that, texture. See it? Anyway, we're almost there. Okay, so we are going to be whipping our softened butter for about 5 minutes until it gets pale and fluffy. Softened, not popped it in the microwave till part of it was runny. Softened butter. Okay, so I did not like the color of the icing with just the powdered sugar and the cocoa powder, so I added some of the ganache that is cooling We'll see if that changes up the color nicely or not. Yeah, still looks kind of red. I want like one of those nice dark chocolate frostings like what you see in the bakeries. I don't know how they do it. Maybe it's more like a ganache. I still have ganache on the side, so we'll see. Maybe I'll just put this frosting on the inside. I don't know what it is, but in fact, I think that's exactly what I'll do. Okay, so fellow onions and not onions, I think you see what happened, what went wrong. So that lady's instructions online about the ganache were really, really good, and I don't have a problem with the ganache this time. It's just that when I put it on the cake, it was not cool enough. And so, I mean, I did want drips going down the side, but I did not want this. The icing I ended up putting just in the middle, and then I did like a little flower on top to try and fix what happened, because I had piped a border around the edge of the cake and it just slid right off the ganache, as I'm hoping my raspberries do not slide off, but I guess we'll see, shan't we? So far so good. That one could have been a little closer. But you can see where I'm going with this. You can fix anything with raspberries.
I'll be back.
3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear
Daddy.
Happy birthday to you. You're getting really old and being close to death.
And many
In the
more.
wait, in the cafeteria.
What? You can blow your candles
From
out.
my school, in the cafeteria.
All right, come on, let's eat.
Okay, so that is what the inside of the cake looks like. Nice and moist. I think the raspberries really help. So I could have cut it real neat like I did the unicorn cake, but I was tired. I am an onion in Alaska.